Yeah, this episode almost didn't happen. I woke up this morning and my throat was on fire. Turns out my daughter brought this virus in the house that hit everybody. Some people it lasted longer and some it didn't. Thankfully for me, it was just like a day. But it got me thinking. One of the reasons why I teach metabolic health is because when I'm hit with a virus or anything, I recover pretty quickly. So it's an amazing occurrence. It's one of the dots that I connected. So if you ever felt like you were always congested, always tired, always inflamed, constantly dealing with allergies, recurring sinus issues, fatigue, headaches, or low energy, even when the sun is out and you live somewhere sunny, your energy is low or your vitamin D levels may be low. Or maybe it feels like your body is reacting to everything lately. What if some of these things are more connected than you realize? Because the one thing that shocked me personally was realizing when I changed what I ate, so many things improved that I never expected. Not just my weight, but my recurring UTIs, yeast infections, my allergies improved, and the chronic inflammation. And honestly, that is one of the reasons why this podcast exists. Because I truly believe many people are treating the branches without realizing that insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction may be the root cause. If you're tired of sugar cravings, brain fog, fatigue, and all the conflicting health and diet advice, and you just want to know what's happening inside of your body, you're in the right place. I'm TaShawn Davis, holistic health coach, registered nurse, and metabolic health educator. I help you break sugar cravings through balanced blood sugar so you can take your health back naturally. So grab your favorite sugar-free drink, pop in those earbuds, and let's learn how to work with our body and not against it. So before we jump in, I just want to remind you that we do have our free community on Facebook. It's called Health Beyond Weight Loss, Metabolic Health, and Insulin Resistance. And if you'd like a personalized one-on-one 15-minute session with me, brightthevision22.com. The link is in the show notes. I'm the author of Sugar Deception and Uproot the Cravings. Sugar Deception talks about how sugar affects every system of the body, and Uproot the Cravings is a 21-day devotional and journal helping you get through breaking sugar addiction one day at a time. So let's get into it. So for years, y'all, I struggle with recurring issues that honestly seemed completely unrelated. Recurring UTIs, yeast infections, allergies, inflammation, and fatigue. And I never once thought, could this be a blood sugar issue? Could this be blood sugar and insulin resistance connected to all of this? But when I began lowering sugar and processed carbohydrates, I noticed something surprising. So many of these issues improved. And that's what made me start digging deeper into physiology and metabolic health. Because I realized the body is connected. Even though we have cardiologists and endocrinologists and all the allergists, and everybody wants to treat this different thing, everything is still connected. And when you take time to connect the dots, you'll see a greater picture. I truly believe that many people are treating so many symptoms separately without realizing that there may be a bigger metabolic issue. Let me say this. I'm not saying that insulin resistance is the cause to every disease, but what we are seeing in research is that the blood sugar, inflammation, obesity, insulin resistance, and metabolic function affect many systems throughout the body. And once I understood that, everything started to make more sense. It was just common sense. I'm like, wait a second. Okay. So I stopped this and all of this cleared up. Somebody done lied to me. And this is where the vitamin D becomes very interesting because many people think that vitamin D is only about bones. Vitamin D is actually a lot of doctors are calling it a hormone, but it's because it's involved in immune regulation, inflammation, insulin sensitivity, and metabolic health. And studies continue showing strong associations between low vitamin D, obesity, insulin resistance, and type 2 diabetes. And what's interesting is many people are low in vitamin D, even living in sunny states like Florida. You have no idea how many of my patients I see that their vitamin D is low. Why? Because metabolic health matters. Inflammation matters. Insulin resistance matters. Lifestyle matters. And many people spend very little time outside despite living in sunny environment. And even when they do, their vitamin D levels still come back low. Researchers are also studying how vitamin D signaling and insulin sensitivity interact within the body. Vitamin D receptors exist in many tissues, including immune cells, pancreatic cells, and other metabolic active tissues. So, when the body is chronically inflamed or metabolically dysregulated, multiple symptoms begin struggling at the same time. And that is why many people feel exhausted, inflamed, foggy, run down, or constantly reactive. And this is where allergies and histamines come into the conversation as well. Now, again, I want to be balanced and responsible here. I'm not saying all allergies are caused by insulin resistance, but inflammation does matter. And many people notice worsening symptoms when blood sugar is unstable, you are drinking too much, you're not sleeping, your stress is high, or you're taking inflammatory foods. Now, today is Memorial Day, and hopefully, we're taking time to remember our fallen heroes as well as our loved ones. And a lot of people naturally we eat food that are naturally higher in histamine. So that's why we notice more inflammation, especially around holidays and vacations. And some foods naturally higher in histamine may bother certain individuals more, including alcohol, beer and wine, aged cheeses, smoked fish, sauerkraut, kimchi, spinach, and chocolate. These are fermented foods and they may have a higher histamine reactor, although they're very good for you, very good for some, but I would test it to see if these are triggering in the allergies, just so you can get your allergies under control. There's nothing wrong with any of the foods. I personally don't drink alcohol, and I feel like alcohol itself actually causes more damage than good. It can definitely slow down the process of you burning fat for fuel because your body's always going to choose to burn what's a poison first, and alcohol to the body can be considered poisonous. And for some people, high sugar intake and alcohol together may worsen inflammatory systems. I actually want to talk about gout in one of these episodes because the connection between that is kind of crazy. And so this is something that people notice heavily around holidays, that the inflammation and histamine and allergies are all just going nuts on us, right? Memorial Day weekends, vacation, and camping trips. I'm headed to a camping trip this week, and I'm hoping that none of this bothers me. I haven't, honestly, allergies has not really been a big issue, even though I moved to sunny Florida but I changed my diet and I used to have super bad allergies when I was in Michigan. I'm allergic to grass, cats, pollen, everything. But a cat can get up and rub his tail under my nose and I'll be fine. Somebody can be cutting grass and I'm not breaking out or sneezing. So things did change, honestly, when I changed my diet. But we often find that after people leave vacation, they come home saying, I feel swollen, I'm exhausted, my allergies are terrible, my stomach is messed up, and I feel inflamed. And often their sleep changed, their alcohol increased, their sugar increased, their processed foods increased, and hydration unfortunately decreased. And the body notices it all. Many people are trying to treat symptoms separately without realizing the body is connected metabolically. And I truly believe when we improve blood sugar and insulin first, many other symptoms may function better as well. So, what are some practical things that we can do? Because I always want to leave you with something. First of all, we need to stabilize that blood sugar, prioritize animal fat protein, reduce excess sugar and carbohydrates, improve your sleep, get your sunlight, go out there and get in the sun and get plenty of hydration with electrolytes. The electrolytes is what hydrates you. Cut the alcohol. Prioritize whole foods. Reduce or eliminate ultra processed foods. And pay attention to your body. See what it's responding to. Health is not a punishment. It's learning how your body works. And it's so good when we know, like, oh, this is not good for my body. I know in one of my episodes I was talking about, I don't put that in my body. My body is a bougie body. So I don't put sugar in my body. I treat my body bougie. If anybody knows me, I'm not bougie nowhere. Except I do drink LaCroix, so that's my bougie point. Just just a FYI. All right, so I want to leave you with this. If you feel overwhelmed, remember this: you don't have to fix everything overnight. Small, consistent changes matter, and many people have simply never been taught how connected these symptoms really are. Your body is not your enemy. It may be simply asking for balance. All right, if you like this episode, go back and listen to Always Hungry: How Constant Snacking Keeps Insulin High All Day. And if you know somebody struggling with fatty liver, the fatty liver and insulin resistance episode is one of my favorites as well because they all connect together. Don't forget, grab your free 3-day sugar reset guide. The information is in the show notes. Join our Facebook community if you need more help. Book a free 15-minute call. Sorry, the tickling is coming back. All of the links are in the show notes. Thank you so much for joining today. And remember, your body often leaves clues well before the major disease develops. Sometimes we think they're random. Oftentimes they are completely connected. You are needed in this hour, so get well so that you can get into this harvest field. God bless you, and I'll see you in the next episode. Alrighty, my friend. If this episode has helped you understand your body a little bit better and helped you have the confidence to make better informed healthcare decisions, share it with someone you know who may be struggling with sugar cravings, brain fog, or fatigue, because they may not even realize that blood sugar could be the reason. And also leave a review because it really helps more people find this. Remember, the goal is to reverse 1 million type 2 diabetes in my lifetime. And as always, I want to remind you the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. And some people are fighting every day just to have the health and energy to live their everyday life that they were called to live. So I am praying for your health. I am praying for your strength, and I'll see you on the next episode.